welcome back. How are we doing? Happy Monday. Let's get going. If you're new here, hi, I am Katie, helping you navigate the Dubai property market. Quite honestly, the property market here is like drinking through a power hose. We have multiple, I'm talking like between 5 and 10 launches per week. This week is no different. And as an investor, as someone who lives here, it is wild and confusing. So as an investor, as an international investor, it can be very difficult to know what's going on, to have the facts and to have that person on the ground who's actually going to help and advise you in the right directions. Hopefully that is exactly what I'm here to do. So let's dive in. And this week, guys, I'm bringing you a golden asset class. This asset class is golden all over the world, not just in Dubai. And that is waterfront properties. Waterfront properties, no matter where we are in the world, outperform in terms of capital appreciation, in terms of rental yields, any other type of properties. And there's a few reasons for it. Huge demand. Waterfront living, let's be honest, it's beautiful. Hence the high demand and also the limited supply. There is only so much beachfront that can be developed until it's gone. Now here in Dubai, they do like to just create a few more islands, and that's exactly what they're having to do because they are all out of waterfronting properties, and it's the Sheikh's vision to have a lot more opportunity in this space. So this week, guys, I have a very exciting project and community to talk about in this golden asset class so that you can actually get in and benefit from this capital appreciation that's going on in the world. This launch, guys, is coming to market this week. I have clients with EOIs in already, but you're not too late to get involved because they have a huge pipeline coming up over the next 12 months. So I wanted to give you the whole breakdown of exactly what's coming up and how you can get involved. First things first, we're going to talk about who is behind this project, Omniyat. They are genuinely iconic. If you have been to Dubai, you will have seen their projects. The projects they build, genuinely iconic. Let me just show you some of them. They are associated with the Dorchester Collection. They are the ultra high-end and luxury. When you look at their projects, when you look at their plots and their developments, they are always in the best spots in town. They are always the super high-end. They work with the likes of the Dorchester, the Lana. They are on the Palm. They are in downtown. You've got Orla, which was another one of their projects. One at the Palm. The Opus. If you've been to downtown, you will have seen this. This won so many awards. If you haven't heard of them, you will have definitely seen them by reputation because they are honestly phenomenal, award-winning, incredible reputation, and associated with the supreme high-end and luxury developments. Now, Omniyat have recently just created a subsidiary company because they knew as a company they work with the ultra super high-end developments, and only really 1% of the population can actually buy into their projects because their price per square foot is so high. And rightfully so. The products they're bringing to the market are the top quality, and naturally you get what you pay for. However, they knew if they wanted to be a bigger player in this game, they needed to create another brand so that they can build out communities. They don't want to have to compromise on the quality, but they do want to make a more accessible product to allow them to expand to more people in the market. And that is why they created the Beyond brand. So the Beyond brand is a brand new arm of their development. They are going to create communities, and it's something I am so excited and very bought into. So Beyond are marking their territory with an iconic new community that they're bringing to the market. Now, the thought leaders behind Beyond were like, we want to come to the market with a bang. We are going to create a phenomenal product because they know when they are new and they create a phenomenal opportunity and product, and their investors benefit from it and their clients benefit from it and everyone loves it, they know when they come to do a second community, they have a whole fan base ready to buy into it. It's so important that they get this right. They are going all in to make it happen. And the way they wanted to do this, they knew it needed to be a waterfront community. Now, waterfront communities all over the world outperform any others time and time again on capital appreciation and on rental yields. We saw this this in the Palm. The Palm, can you believe it? On launch in the Palm, you could have got into a property for about 650 AED per square foot. Mind blown, because roll forward to today, we're looking at 4,000 AED per square foot. The capital appreciation there has been insane. You look at the Bulgari Islands, again, they have shown exactly what a waterfront community can do. When this launched, they were sitting at about 4K AED per square foot, and people at the time thought that was punchy. Now you can't get anything for less than 8K, and that's in like a 7-year build period. So they knew it had to be waterfront, and they marked their land and their territory on Maritime City. There is so much development going on in this area at the moment. If you're not familiar, this Dubai Islands, originally it was going to be a bigger and better Palm. That never kind of developed, and instead they rebranded this whole section and called it Dubai Islands. Next door to Dubai Islands, you've got Maritime City. This is a smaller island, more boutique, more luxurious. At the moment, it's actually an importing and exporting terminal. However, they know how precious this land is, and instead they've actually decided, okay, let's move the port right back down to Jebel Ali, and instead we're going to create this as residential space. You'll have seen over the last 12 months, there has been launch after launch here, with plots of land going to the likes of Liv. You've got Marcassa, you've got Anwar Araya, you've got Coral Reef, you've got Damac Harbour Lights. With the waterfronting properties, they've really gone for that high-end element. And at the end of last year, Beyond launched their first project here with Arise. It was an absolute sellout, very, very successful. And the reason being because investors bought into this vision so much. Firstly, because of the people behind it, and they have so much trust in what they're able to develop and create. Not only that, but looking at the price per square foot, there's very, very little in the entire of Dubai where you can get into a waterfront property at that price per square foot. So naturally it got all snapped up. But I was down at the office this week, and I've got all the insights for the entire master plan of what the Beyond guys are doing here, which is very, very exciting. So this is the exact master plan of what's coming up and what we can expect to see on Maritime City. So as I said, there was a few developers that got in early and bought some plots of land. Beyond then came in and actually bought the rest of the island to create this first community we went about earlier. Now their vision and concept for this community is going to be fantastic. You can see here the outline of the entire community of the land they have bought. All the projects here on the waterfront is phase 1. Phase 2, you will see these 3 buildings here, which is the garden clusters. These are going to be internally facing, so you're not going to necessarily have front and center sea views, but you're going to have some beautiful garden spaces. And the final phase is the one that's quite exciting. The one that's not necessarily been announced yet. So am I telling you something I shouldn't? I mean, they told me, so let's spill the beans. You know, you're gonna hear it here first. I'm always gonna do that. I'll never be invited back again. But the brand have actually also secured these projects here on the edge of the community, which they're gonna bring their famous Dorchester projects to it. So you know the vision they're going to create here. They're going to have private beaches, they're going to have lagoons, they're going to create a sense of community. And when you buy into a project that's part of a bigger community, you as a resident really, really benefit, because not only are you getting to benefit from your building and your amenities, but when someone has a master plan, when someone has a larger development, all the roads are thought about, all the community facilities are thought about, all the schools, the restaurants, the shops, the bars, everything is taken into consideration and builds for a nicer community. You look at the likes of Dubai Hills, which is an Emaar-based community, Damac Hills, all the residents in these properties get to benefit from the community parks, get to benefit from the hospitals, the schools. Someone has a bigger and a wider vision for the entire area, as opposed to one developer looking at their plot of land and just worrying about their building. So I love getting projects that are involved in a community. Here are the CGIs that we have so far for what we could expect this to look like. O-Rise Tower 1 and 2 are here, which has already been launched and have already sold out. You can see here they're going to have wave pools, they're going to have Olympic-sized swimming pools, they've got lagoons, they're creating a private beach for all the residents at the back here. They are having beach clubs, restaurants, They are creating schools, malls. And guys, don't forget the Omniyat brand has so much weight in the market that they are able to attract the brands like Chanel, Gucci, the super, super high-end luxury retail, which again adds a lot of benefits to the area because they're really going to create a tourist attraction here. They are really going to create this feeling of luxury, high-end place that's going to create an incredible environment for people who want to live there. And if people want to live there, it suddenly drives up the rates because the demand's there, which means the prices go up. The next phase that is launching next week will be this tower. And every 2 months for the rest of the year, they will be launching launch after launch after launch. The benefits of getting in early is that you're going to get the cheapest prices at the earlier launches. Because I spoke to the developer themselves and they said every single launch that's going to come up across this year, the prices will jump up in every building between 5 and 15%, which is wild, which as an investor, we have to think if we're getting into this project in this community with this developer here, and by the end of the year, they've jumped up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%, the value of our unit in launch 1 will massively go up as well. The final launch goes to sell and you have a very similar property in the same community, naturally the price of yours goes up as well. Now this is the benefit of owning a master community. The developers can control the prices here and it's in their best interest to create an incredible community in order to drive the investment going forward. So they own all this land here. Now the land at the back is something that I was super curious on because naturally if you are on the front of these buildings, you are going to get unobstructed views of the water. Now on the back of the building is incredible, beautiful sunset views. In some aspects you can even see downtown. However, they don't currently own this land behind, which for me, I always look for my investors, what could come up in the next couple of years? Because in Dubai, if you have a view one day, the next day you just might not. And that's really, really important for me, especially for clients who are looking for a sea view. I need to make sure that their investment is protected because when we talk about a golden asset, if we're buying something for the sea views and in 10 years time you no longer have sea views, it's not going to be the successful investment we started with in the first place. So this land behind was a huge, huge question for me. Now, at the moment, it is currently all industrial use. It's all currently for the port and the incomings and outcomings. But as they move that port down to Jebel Ali, the Beyond developers want to buy the rest of this land to continue their community development. And if they get their hands on this, their plan is to create a villa community. However, we can't know that for sure yet. They've not bought that yet. So there's still some question marks about that. But I did some digging and the maximum height that could ever be built, no matter who buys this land, is G plus 15. So when it comes to picking units, if you are on one of the back views, look at that sea, stunning, okay? But to protect yourself, if you definitely want the sea views, I would be looking at anything from 15 and above, just to make sure that you're gonna be higher than any other property that could ever be built there. I mean, hopefully the Beyond guys actually buy that because I think it would just be an incredible bonus for the entire area. Imagine a villa community, then it's low rise, then virtually all the views would still be of the sea. But just to protect yourself, guys, this is what I'm here to do. I'm trying to give you all the information so you can make wise investment decisions. I've seen what they've done with all their other projects. They have been honestly quite phenomenal. The details around these next towers haven't been released yet. They are currently accepting EOIs, expressions of interest, for you to get in early and secure the premium units, but we don't yet know what the style is. However, when you know they're using the same landscapers, they're using the same designers, the same architectural team, you know you are going to be in for a treat. What I can show you is the brochures from the O-Rise from Towers 1 and 2 that launched at the end of last year. You can see the stunning views, the aspects, and they bring it all in to the project as well. You can expect to see yoga, pools. There's a lot of 2 and 3 bedrooms. They know this is going to attract families. So you can imagine there's going to be a lot of amenities for the children, for families, to make this an incredible space to live. Not only that, but you'll have the benefit from all the community facilities as well. You've got the Galleria Mall coming in. You've got the restaurants, the shops, the cafes, the bars. They are creating these stairwells between it all. They will go to town on creating an incredible, incredible project here. You can see down here, they're gonna have all the different restaurants. They are only gonna partner with premium brands. You know you're in safe hands. You know this is gonna be an incredible spot. In terms of accessibility as well, there's some new announcements, which again is just gonna elevate the area. You will have a Maritime City metro station, 3 stops from downtown, making very, very accessible. The new announcement of the billion-dollar road project Dubai also have going on is again going to massively impact this area. They're going to have flyovers, which will cut the travel time down from Maritime City to downtown Dubai, Burj Khalifa in 15 minutes. Mind blown. Okay, so this is really, really going to be incredible for business professionals, those business people that work in the city but want to escape. They want that sea living. This is going to actually allow them to have that accessibility. It's going to be an incredible location. You're going to have the metro stop, and not only that, they have genuinely thought of everything, because they're also adding 15 flying taxi terminals into Maritime City as well. Nothing in Dubai fails to amaze me anymore, but yes, you heard that right. By the end of 2025, flying taxis in Dubai, it's going to be a thing, and they're preparing for that. They know the types of people in these properties are going to want convenience, and flying taxis are going to be a real thing. So they're really, really preparing for that. These properties are also short-term let approved. Waterfront properties always do incredibly on the short-term lets, so you can expect great yields, you can expect high tenant demand, and you're going to get capital appreciation. So it's really going to give you the best of both worlds, where you can benefit from the long-term capital appreciation play along with the cash flow associated with rental yields too. If you can't tell, it's a project I'm really, really excited about. I can really see the future. I went down there myself. I have seen the views, I have seen the construction, I've seen the builders, I have seen their previous projects. They have won award after award after award. The visions behind these guys and the team they have around them to make it happen, the brands associated with it, will all benefit us as end users and investors. It's a project I'm very, very excited about. As I said, we've got some clients with EOIs in already. These will definitely be popular. The sea-facing units always sell out so quickly. But as I said, there's so many opportunities this year to get into something like this. And the earlier you can get in, you'll start to benefit from that capital appreciation already. As always, guys, if you have any questions about this project, another project, if there's anything you want me to dive into in a lot more detail, then I'm more than happy to. Leave any comments below. Use the links around this video to get all the information that you need. This is going to be an exciting one. I'm definitely spending a lot of time here this week. Any questions I can help with, do let me know. Hope you have an incredible week, and I will speak to you very soon.